Good day, good day, good day, good day, good day, good day, good day. And welcome to the Impact Investing Show with your host, Samuel Ikhinmwin, Ikhinmwin. Guys, I hope you're having a fantastic day, weekend. I hope it's that time. I hope today is your day, because the funniest thing is there are so many people out there who do not realize that today can be their day. Guys, let me know in the chat if today is your day. Is it your day? Let me know in the chat, guys. I'm keen to know if today is your day. Guys, we have got there. We have got there. I don't know how we've done it, but we have done it, guys. It is episode 59. Wow. Kapow, kapow, kapow. Wow, wow, wow. Episode 59, guys. Rocking and rolling. Close to 60 episodes back to back, one after each other. Past the 1 year anniversary. And now right here, ready to give you guys even more value. Let's keep going and let's make this happen. For those of you who have been rocking with us, I would love for you to let us know in the chat by just saying been here before. Let's turn that into the BHB, been here before. If you've been here before on the Impact Investing Show, let me know by writing BHB in the chat. If you're someone who's brand new, if this is your first time tuning in, to the Impact Investing Show with your host Samuel Ikhinmwin, feel free to write the word new in the chat so we can greet you and welcome you to our world. Guys, I hope you're looking forward to tonight's show. I've got the comments coming in already, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you to all of you guys who have sent your comments in. Those of you who've hit like, we appreciate you guys. Now, without further ado, it's about that time. We're going to jump straight into tonight's show, episode 59. I got a whole bunch of value for you. I got Mrs. Ikhinmwin admin who says, been here before. She's also asked for the volume to go up a little bit. I like that. You guys want to hear me loud and clear. Okay, let's do that for you. If you want to hear me loud and clear, we will definitely do that for you. But guys, it's episode 59. Okay, and guys, I can tell you honestly, I'm extremely looking forward to today's episode for so many reasons. I'm going to be sharing with you guys a short testimonial. I'm going to be sharing with you guys a whole bunch of value. You guys are going to be getting some action-packed episode tonight, whenever you're watching this. It might be evening for you, might be morning for you. But guys, I'm telling you, it's going to be action-packed. So, Mrs. Ikhinmwin, thank you for your comment. Been here before. Hopefully, we'll get the volume up for you. And you will be happy with the volume that we're able to get for you. Because, you know, if you guys need to hear, you guys need to hear. Let me know how the volume is right now. Let me know if the volume is much better. I think the mic was a little bit further away from me than usual as we got kick-started off tonight. So I do apologize about that. But guys, look, I'm telling you, episode 59 is the one. So I'm about to just jump straight in. I'm really looking forward to tonight's show. As I've said to you, it's the 6 p.m. slot. You guys know how the 6 p.m. slot goes. Value packed, action packed, nothing but value, nothing but love. So we're going to do that as we usually do. So first and foremost, let me welcome you all to the Impact Property Show. This is the place where you get creative property investing on demand. If you're new to the channel and you didn't know, this is the property investing channel where we show you how to get into creative property investing. So whether you're trying to buy a house for the first time for yourself, whether you're trying to buy a property for somebody else, whether you're trying to level up your portfolio, you got 4, 8, 9, 12 properties and trying to go to the next level, whether you're trying to growth hack out of your existing strategy, out of strategies like rent to rent into strategies like buy to let, out of strategies like buy to let into strategies like development, out of strategies like development into other strategies. Guys, I'm telling you, you can see the energies here today, because I know that this is the channel where you guys need to be if you want to move forward in your property investing journey. On today's show, guys, we got so much to share with you. Mrs. Ikhinmwin says that the audio is now perfect, and I'm feeling that because we've got so much to go through. We cannot waste time as it pertains to the audio and any other issues. I got Rex Banner in the chat. Can't stay for today's show. I'll catch up the replay. Have a good bank holiday weekend. Thank you, Rex, for letting us know that you're not going to be able to stay for the show, but we appreciate you, as I always try to share my appreciation with the viewers and all of those people who are rocking with us on this journey. Rex, again, someone who's been here before, so we appreciate you, Rex, for throwing that comment in the chat and letting us know that you will be back again on the replay. And guys, for those of you who don't know, if you can't watch with us live, let me tell you, the most amount of value comes live. Why does the most amount of value come live? Because you get to ask real questions in real time. But if you can't rock with us live, that's okay. what you can do is use the same link that you use to get here, or hit subscribe to the channel, and that way you are able to basically watch the replay. Guys, same link always allows you to watch the replay, but guys, get invested, get involved. Now, this is episode 59, and you might be asking yourself, if you're brand new, why are we here? Let me break that down for you very quickly. Up to last year, I was the host of one of the largest property investment networking events in the UK. I used to host the Canary Wharf Property Investors Network meeting. We would attract over 100 people on a month-to-month basis coming to the meeting. Now, at the end of the meeting, what would happen at the end of every single month is I'd have a queue of 20 people, 30 people asking me questions about my property journey, asking me, can you mentor me, asking me all of these things to help them move further, faster in their property investing journey. And then in last year 2020 March, we had a lockdown, and as a result of the lockdown, what happened is we moved all the networking online. And what I found from moving the networking online is I no longer had that same engagement and same interaction, but I still had a myriad of people asking me for help. I had people reaching out to me on Twitter, people reaching out to me on Facebook, people reaching out to me on Instagram, people reaching out to me in Messenger, people reaching out to me on WhatsApp, people hollering at me in every way, shape or form they could, asking me, Samuel, what do I do about this? What do I do about that? And as a result, I said to my team, guys, look, I want to help these people, but I don't have enough time. How do we help all the people? And the team said a great idea. They said, you know what, Samuel, all you got to do is show up regularly and give people the opportunity to ask you questions so that you can help them strategize through their property storm. And thus the show in its first form was born, Strategy in the Storm, which we started last year right at the brink of the lockdown. Now we're over a year past that point. And now we've noticed that if you take and amalgamate all the information I've shared, all the insights I've given, all of the interviews I've had with the guests, etc., and you put that all together, what you're actually doing is teaching people how to successfully invest in property. And thus, How to Invest in Property, the property investment show on the Impact Property Show was born. And that's why we're here. That's exactly why we're here. So for those of you who haven't hit subscribe, feel free to hit subscribe. Those of you who haven't hit like, if you're going to get value at any point of tonight's video, any point of tonight's live stream, what I want to encourage you to do is hit that like button. Just let the YouTube world know, you know what, I'm getting some value here. I like it. I'm feeling it. So just hit that like button if you want to show your appreciation in that way. Side by side with all of that, don't be shy. Don't be afraid. I think I wrote it in the chat earlier on. Let me put it on the screen. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid. And we're going to be talking about fear in a moment. But don't be shy. Don't be afraid. Why don't you write hi in the chat? Let us know that you're viewing. Let us know where you're viewing from. Let us know where in the world, where in the country you are viewing from. And let us know that you're rocking with us. Like I said, you can write the word new in the chat if you are brand new to this platform, to this environment, to this channel, to this live stream. Or side by side with that, you can write been here before using the acronym BHB to let us know that you've been on the show before. Now, without further ado, let's jump in, okay? 2 weeks ago, all right, and I need to use this as a premise because we're going in right now on the show. 2 weeks ago, episode 57, we spoke about the 5 main reasons why I choose property over every other financial vehicle as my primary way to build, generate and retain wealth. Okay, I'm gonna come back with that because some of you ain't got your pens yet, and you guys know me. If you're rocking with Samuel Ikhinmwin, you need your pens. Have your pens at the ready, guys. Okay, because we're gonna go in. You need your pens, you need your notepads, your iPads, your tablets, okay, your styluses. I don't know if styluses is a word. Is it styli? I don't know the plural on that. Can someone help me with that in the chat? Is it styluses or is it styli? Okay, but guys, you need your equipment if you're going to be on this stream, because we go, unless you're watching on the replay and you slow it down. I don't even know if YouTube has a slow down feature. I know they have a speed up feature. I watch so many things on double time. I even listen to books on double time. But you might have to slow it down because on this episode, I may actually have to go 100 miles an hour to give you as much value as I've got prepared for you guys on tonight's show. If that's okay, just write the word value in the chat, put the letter V in the chat. When I see the word value or the letter V, I will know that it's okay for Samuel Ikhinmwin to go 100 miles per hour on today's show and give you guys even more value than ever before. Listen, guys, just to go really into it with you. 2 weeks ago, episode 57, I shared with you guys 5 reasons, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but not 4, but 5. Okay, Just Stylus, I think. Okay, so just Stylus is the plural. That's interesting. Thank you, Mrs. Ikhinmwin. Great to have some admin up in the place. Now, 2 weeks ago, episode 57, I brought down with you guys 5 reasons, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 reasons why I choose property as my primary vehicle in order to invest, to generate, and also to retain wealth. Okay, I've been invested in cryptocurrencies since 2017, and there's been a big fad about cryptocurrencies lately. I've been invested in stocks and shares for a very long time, probably since around 2005, 2000 and around there. But the reality is, of all of the things I'm invested in funds. There are certain funds I'm invested in. And guys, listen, I'm a very open book. Let me say that. This is a property show. But some of you would know, episode 56, we spoke all about cryptocurrency, okay? Victoria's here. She says, hey, Sam, I am watching. Great to have you on, Victoria. Victoria, let us know if this is your first time on the live stream. Let us know by writing the word new. Or if you've been here before, give us the BHB for being here before. Now, guys, listen, episode 56, I broke down all about cryptocurrency and the connection with cryptocurrency and property. In episode 57, 2 weeks ago, I shared with you guys 5 reasons, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 reasons why I choose property as my primary vehicle to invest in order to generate, retain wealth. Now, the funniest thing with all of that is after breaking that down 2 weeks ago, I have a number of people who have reached out to me and said to me, Samuel, what you broke down was so deep. The way you shared about how you use other people's money, the insights you gave, etc., etc. And listen, I appreciate the value. What we've actually done in our team is we've gone and broken some of those principles I broke down in episode 57 into snippets. So if you're following us on Instagram, you're going to go and see those snippets over the next couple of weeks. Victoria says, BHB, been here before. Thank you for being on the show, Victoria. So guys, we are breaking that down on Instagram because we want people to get that value. So listen, here's a little heads up. If you are not following us on Instagram, go follow us on Instagram at Impact Properties London, okay? At Impact Properties London. You can follow us on Instagram if you're not following us on Instagram already. Now, why is this important? The reason it's important and the reason I needed to start tonight's show, episode 59, with what I shared with you guys in episode 57 2 weeks ago, the 5 reasons why I choose to invest in property as my primary vehicle to generate and also retain wealth, is because in tonight's show, yes, we're going to be opening the phone lines as we usually do. Yes, I'm going to be taking questions through means of comments as we usually do. But in tonight's show, what I'm going to be doing with you is I'm going to be sharing with you guys some insights which you have not heard before. I'm going to be sharing with you the reasons why you, I'm not talking to someone else. I'm talking to you. Let me even go really clear to you. I'm going to be sharing with you the reasons why you, even you guys at the back of the room, why you do not invest in property. Or if you're already invested in property, why you don't want to invest even more in property. This is exactly what we're going to be sharing in today's episode. You see, episode 59 is one of those episodes where you need to buckle your seatbelt. And the reason I'm saying you need to buckle your seatbelt is because in this episode, what we're going to basically be doing is equipping you guys to take full advantage of an understanding of what is paralyzing and crippling most people in their ability to succeed in property. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you. The things I'm going to share in today's live stream, I really typically only ever get to talk about them with my paid coaching clients, with my students. Okay, and I'm being very honest with you. And the reason why is because these are the real things I spend my time dealing with. These are the real things I spend my time helping my coaching clients to overcome. I got KTR in the chat. She says, hiya, KTR, great to have you on the stream. KTR, let us know, been here before or are you new? BHB in the chat says, been here before. Now, guys, I want you to understand this. On episode 57, I broke down for you guys 5 reasons why I choose property as my primary vehicle to generate and retain wealth. Now, I've been invested in cryptocurrency. I've been invested in funds. I've been invested in stocks and shares. But why do I still choose property? Go and watch episode 57 when this episode is done if you do not know why. But let's go deeper. Tonight's show, episode 59, like I said, I will be taking questions. Like I said, I will be doing all of the things I usually do. I will be opening the phone lines for those of you who want to call in with specific property struggles that you're going through, with specific challenges. But what I want you guys to understand before we deep dive into tonight's show, KTR, see your comment, BHB, been here before, LOL. What I want you guys to understand is that tonight's show, I'm going to be pulling back the curtain. I'm going to be helping you guys to uncover some of the myths that you may have been dealing with subconsciously and some of these consciously. Some of these things I'm going to be talking about, you're going to say to yourself, you know what, that is the reason I haven't been investing in property. You know what, that is the reason why I haven't bought a second property. You know what, that is the reason why I haven't bought my 5th, 8th, 12th, 24th, 138th, etc. property. Guys, so I want to ask you to do this, okay? I don't mind or care how many people are watching right now because we're a family. Everybody who knows, who joins the Impact Property Show, you know, we're kind of like a family here. What I want you to do is share this with the rest of the family, all right? Somewhere on this video is a little arrow which says share. Hit the share button. Share it on WhatsApp. Share it on YouTube. Share it on Facebook. Share it wherever you can so people can uncover the things that are holding them back as we jump in to tonight's show. So without further ado, let me jump straight in. I'm going to read our disclaimer and then we're jumping into some appreciation and then we'll go straight into the principles I'm sharing for tonight's show. Here we go. All information provided and results given are exemplary. Each person's results may vary or differ. Results are based on consistent implementation of strategies, and we advise that you, yes, you, always seek legal and financial advice from a qualified professional. And here's the kicker. If you're challenged to find qualified professionals, if you're challenged to find the right people to work with, the right people to help you in your property investing journey, just let us know and we can help you. You can do that by going to our email, info@impactproperties.co.uk. I'll say that one more time. That's info@impactproperties.co.uk. And for my people in the back, one more time, it's info@impactproperties.co.uk if you need help to connect with the right people to help you move forward on your property investing journey. And like I usually say to people, there is no question too big and certainly no question too small. Now, guys, are you ready to kick off for tonight? If you are ready, let me see the words "let's go" in the chat. And when I get enough let's goes, we're gonna go. Let's go in the chat. That's the command for us jumping into tonight's show. Let's go. Whilst I'm letting you guys give me the let's go, I want to share some appreciation to every single person who has decided to hit that subscribe button, every single person who has decided to hit the like button on this video and previous videos, and every single person who's ever commented on our videos, because what you guys are doing is pushing this on the YouTube platform to other people who need this stuff to move further, faster in their property investing journey. We are very nearly at 400 subscribers, and guys, that's not me who does that, that is you. So my hat is off, and I want to applaud every single person who subscribed to the channel, because you guys are pushing us forward. And look, let me tell you something. Some people might think, oh, you know, what's the channel goal? The channel has a subscriber goal. Our goal presently is to hit 3,000 subscribers. We're trying to 10x where we're at, okay? So if you know another 2,600 people, let them know about the channel, okay? Because what we're doing here is helping people move further, faster in their property investing journey. This channel is not about information. This channel is about transformation. And if you're not aware of that, you need to go into the description on this video and go, when you get time, and go and watch the 21 days of your property investing success that we did in January of 2021, from day 1 to day 21. Okay, from the 1st to the 21st of January of 2021, we had back-to-back live streams showing you guys how you can change your life using property as a vehicle. All right, I can see the let's goes coming into the chat. Guys, let me get some more let's goes. I need the let's goes. If you want me to go, let's get the let's goes. So I remember in January of this year, doing 21 days of live streams, helping you guys understand how property can be to transform your life. So if you don't know any as a vehicle to transform their life, go and tune into those 21 days of videos. You can do that very impactproperties.co.uk/day one. Impactproperties.co.uk/day one. And doing, I don't know what you're doing, all right? Because we're here for you, so be here for the community too, all right? Go and reach out to someone. Let them know. Guys, Samuel's going live. Samuel's adding value. I'm hitting subscribe. I'm hitting like. And guys, I'm hitting that bell because I want you to know what's going on as well. All right, so let's jump in. All right, first thing I want to share with you guys, okay? I'm going to be sharing with you guys a number of reasons, okay? In today's live stream, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a number of reasons. Let me know, guys, in the chat, should I open the phone lines first or should I jump straight into these? Because I'm ready to go straight into these. Now, what we can do is we can open the phone line and at the same time, I can still jump into these. Let's do that. Because I think that way is nicer for you guys. You guys can feel comfortable, you know, to call in if you want to call in. So the phone line's currently open. So let's jump in. All right. We're going to be covering reasons you don't invest in property. Reason number one, probably the most important reason. It's probably actually the foundation of reason number two, reason number three, reason number four, and reason number five. But nonetheless, let's give you one at a time. Reason number one. Okay. The first reason why most people, why many people, why so many people choose to not effectively invest in property is because of a four-letter word, okay? And that four-letter word, unfortunately, is not love. That four-letter word, unfortunately, is not anything else that is positive, but it's a word that people ingrain and receive in their life, and it deters them from the success they're supposed to have. That word, ladies and gentlemen, is fear. One of the major reasons why most people do not invest in property, one of the major reasons which stops people, which paralyzes people. You know, I've heard of terms like analysis paralysis. Do you know what analysis paralysis really is? Analysis paralysis really is fear of the unknown, which we're going to go into in a moment. But the reality is fear. And let me tell you the acronym I have for fear. For those of you who have got your pens, for those of you who are ready to go, I want you to write this down. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Okay, write that down. False evidence appearing real. And this is part of the reason why you need to be on a show like this, because on a show like this, what we do is we will debunk the myths. What we will do on a show like this is we will tell you and show you the things you've been told, whether it be by mainstream media, whether it be by school, whether it be by your education system, whether it be by your parents. We will show you the things that have got you believing that this can't work for you. The things that have got you believing that, oh, only people who have got 100,000 in property already, or 100 million in property already, or 100 billion in property already can garner the respect and the revenue and the investment and the resources of other people. What you need to understand is it doesn't work like that, ladies and gentlemen. And the reality in all of this is that fear, false evidence appearing real, is one of the primary reasons why so many people do not invest in property to transform their future. Do not invest in property to change their life. Do not invest in property to change their life. Guys, let me know in the chat if I'm right. Let me know if you've experienced something similar to what I'm talking about. Let me know if you can agree with me. Okay? You see, false evidence appearing real. Fear is one of the major factors that unstabilize people. One of the major factors that cause many people to say to themselves, you know what, they can't do this. You see, you need to be the kind of person who knows how to deal and manage fear. Deal with and manage your fears. Because if you can't deal with and manage your fears, one thing I can guarantee you very simply, very quickly, is that property will not work for you. And it's not because it's property, it's because there's most things that are not going to work for someone who cannot manage and deal with fear. Fear is something that has to be overcome, ladies and gentlemen. Fear is something that we have to deal with. Fear is something that we have to get to a place where we start to understand, you know what, I won't be controlled by the fear of the situation. I won't be controlled by the fear that I could potentially be dealing with. But rather than actually have fear stop me and paralyze me, I'm going to utilize this fear as an engine, as an ignition in order to push me even more forward. I got Laurie in the chat. She says she's catching up. Welcome to the chat, Laurie. Great to have you on. Let us know, Laurie, are you joining us on this live stream for the first time? If you are, let us know by writing the word new in the chat. Or Laurie, if you've been here before, let us know by writing BHB for been here before. Guys, let me just keep going deeper with this, because for so many people, Okay. I coach so many people who some of them tell me, some of them don't tell me because some of them don't frankly know or don't frankly understand. But I get told this again and again in different proverbial ways that the biggest barrier to people investing in property is not what most people think it is, but it's actually fear. It's actually this false evidence appearing real. It's actually the myths we believe, the lies we believe, the stories we've believed, which do not push us further faster in our property investing journey, but do the absolute opposite, which take us away from our goals. Okay? I've got Ademola in the chat who says, new Ademola, welcome to the stream. Okay? I got so many people just messaging me right now telling me they're tuning in. Guys, those of you who are jumping in, welcome to the stream. I said it before, I'll say it again. Guys, share this video. Okay, share this video. And the reason I'm telling you to share this video is because there are people who need to hear exactly what we're speaking about in today's episode. Guys, I don't usually tell people on our live streams on Saturday, share this video. And those of you who've been rocking with me before, those of you who've put BHB in the chat, you guys know that. You know, typically, I won't be telling people share the live stream video. But today, I'm telling people to share the live stream video because in today's episode, episode 59 of the Impact Property Investing Show, we're talking about the reasons that stop you from investing in property, the reasons that hold you back. Laurie says new in the chat. Laurie, thank you for letting us know. Guys, let me tell you something. If there was something that you could use to radically change your life, to radically change your generations, to radically change your family tree, okay? And you didn't use it. The question would be, why would you not use it? And the answer is very simply, for many people, it's reason number one is fear. For many people, it's the false evidence appearing real. It's the fact that grandma told me or mama told me. I'm not trying to be sexist. It might be grandpop who told you or papa who told you. But the point is fear, false evidence appearing real is one of the major reasons, one of the major predominant reasons that so many people do not invest in property. And if there's anyone who's tuned in to today's show who understands what I'm talking about, just put a yes in the chat. You can put the letter Y or a yes in the chat, just so I know that some people understand exactly what I'm talking about. Fear is one of the biggest barriers for most people because people wake up in the morning and fear's already talking to them before they've even done anything. Fear's already telling them, you can't do this. Fear's already telling them, this isn't for you. Fear's already telling them false evidence, false information. But because it appears real, this is the reason why the person slows down. This is the reason why the person begins to procrastinate. This is the reason why the person, as I shared earlier, becomes paralyzed from the activity that they need to take in order to invest in property. Let me tell you something, guys. I want to be very transparent with you. I come across so many people. Okay, I've said this before. I'll share it again. I'll share the concept and then I'll share the ideology. The concept is this. One of the biggest enemies to great is good. Okay, I've said this so many times. Those of you who've been rocking with me, you've probably heard me say that before. One of the biggest enemies to great, is good. Okay? So let me break that down for you. For so many people who could invest in property right now, who could do things right now, you know what we do? We tell ourselves, oh, I'm going to save up, for example. I'm going to save up, for example. You know, when I save and I've got 100,000, I can then go and buy a property in London. Okay? This is what people say to themselves. This is what people tell themselves. All right. Now, why am I saying this? Because you see, I can give you guys the principles. I can give you the philosophy like I do because I'm a strategist. That's one of the things I do. But the problem with giving you the principles and the strategies without giving you the insights to what people say to themselves, without giving you the insights to what people are telling themselves, is that people will continue to perpetuate the lies rather than start to understand, oh, that's why I've been saying that to myself because I'm afraid. Oh, that's why I've been doing that because I'm afraid. Oh, that's why I haven't taken action because I'm afraid. Guys, let me tell you something. There is nothing to be afraid of in the property sector. Okay, I'll say that one more time. There is nothing to be afraid of in the property sector. Now, let me say this. You might be thinking me saying that means you can't go wrong in property. No, that's one of the myths in property. So many people say, oh, go invest in property. You can't go wrong with property. Go and ask anyone who didn't get it right in the 2008, 2009 credit crisis. And they'll tell you, listen, you can go wrong in property. Okay. But even though you can go wrong in property, that does not mean that property as a vehicle, as a field, as a sector is something to be afraid of. And I want you to understand that. I want you to understand that there is nothing to be afraid of in property. Why? Because you're either going to get experience positively or experience and learning negatively. Either way, there's nothing to be afraid of. You learn, you develop, you enhance yourself, you become better, you become stronger, you become wiser, you become more, and you can do more. You see, there's nothing to be afraid of in the field of property. If you are going to fear something, let me give you something real to fear. Fear the ability, the fact, the psychology of not doing what you should do. If you're going to fear something, fear that. If you're going to fear something, fear the fact that if you don't do what you should do, you will not end up where you should be. If you want to fear something, fear that. You see, because so many people say, yeah, you know what? One day I'll invest in property. And what they're doing is they are delaying their ability to invest in property because of fear. They are allowing fear to become a barrier to them. You see, guys, you shouldn't do that. I got Ademola in the chat. He says, people need to hear this, especially at a time like this. Guys, listen, let me tell you something. I told you to press share. I don't do stuff like that lightly. I'm not a clickbait guy. I don't tell people, oh, you need to share this when I know that it's just not worth sharing. But guys, let me tell you something. You need to share this because people need to hear this. And I agree with Ademola, who's saying especially at a time like this. Okay? But let's keep going deeper. Okay? Let's keep going deeper. Guys, if you're getting value already, hit that like button. Okay? And side by side with that, let me know. Write the word value in the chat. Put a letter V in the chat. If you're getting value from this already, write the word value in the chat. Put the letter V in the chat. Let me know if you're getting value from this stream already. But let's keep going deeper. The first reason why you and your friends and your colleagues and your family are not successfully invested in property anymore, or are not successfully invested in property at all, is very simply because you are afraid. It's very simply because you guys are listening to false evidence appearing to be real. It's very simply because you believe something that may not even be the truth. Okay, I remember hearing this from Jim Rohn years ago, and it's something I love to share with people. He used to say that sincerity is not a test of truth. Okay, and if you're with me, if you're rocking with me, if you're one of those people that I know you are, take that pen and paper, write that down. Sincerity is not a test of truth. And what Jim Rohn used to explain to help you guys as viewers to really get this closely tied in is that there are people like your mom, people like your dad, people like your friend, people like gurus who will tell you sincerely that now's not the right time to invest. Or who will tell you sincerely that one day you should invest in property, but maybe just not now. You see, there are people who will tell you sincerely that when you've got enough money, I can tell you'll be a great property investor. But you see the problem with all of that sincerity, it's not necessarily truth. And this is the world we live in. We live in a world now, okay, in our current society, where people are so integrated in believing sincerity that they no longer believe the truth, okay? Hashtag ask the government. Because all you need to do is watch mainstream television for a couple of days, hear the amount of lies being shared, but because the people on the sofa look so sincere, because the newscaster looks so sincere, because the MP looks so sincere, you'll believe them over believing the truth. And that's the world we live in right now, guys. That's the world we currently live in. That's the world we've been living in for a couple of decades, but it's being shown so apparent right now. And I want you to understand that, because if you understand the current world we're living in, if you understand the current climate we're living in, you will put yourself in the best position to take full advantage of the things I'm talking about. False evidence appearing real is the first reason why so many people do not invest in property. Okay, I'm going to say that one more time before I jump into reason number 2. Okay, false evidence appearing real is one of the primary reasons, if not the primary reason, why most people are not actively investing in property, are not leveling up their self in property. And like I shared earlier, I'm just going to elaborate on this a bit more because I want you guys to understand this. I want you guys to really keep this close. This is the reason why when people spend 12 months with me on my coaching program, I spend a long time helping them to uncover fear. I spend a long time helping them to understand how to battle fear, how to challenge fear, and how to control fears in order for them to successfully invest in property at a higher level. False evidence appearing real is one of the biggest things stopping people from investing in property. Guys, I appreciate you. I've got the value coming through the chat. I've got so many people writing value. I appreciate you. Let's go deeper. Reason number 2. Okay. Reason number 2. Now, this is the reason that you probably thought was the biggest reason. This is the reason you thought, oh, Samuel's going to talk about this reason because this is the only reason people don't invest in property. Reason number 2 is the reason that people have told themselves is why they don't why they don't invest in property, but it's not the truth about why they don't invest in property. Like I said, for most people who don't invest in property, it's reason number 1 which is stopping them. But let's talk about the reason that most people tell themselves. I've got Laurie in the chat who says value. Listen, the reason most people tell themselves is it costs too much to invest in property. Hey guys, I'm telling you we're in the right place today. Listen, if you're getting value, hit that like button. Side by side with that, if you're not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Hit subscribe. Side by side with that, press that bell notification. As we usually say on this channel, massage that bell notification so you can stay up to date with every single time we drop a video and every single time we go live. Listen guys, reason number 2, okay? The second reason why many people do not invest in property is because they tell themselves that it costs too much to invest in property. You know, some people believe they can invest in property when they have £100,000. Some people believe that they can't invest in property until they have £50,000. Let me tell you something. Let me break this down. Guys, can I break this down? Okay? Can I break this down? Let me know in the chat, okay? BTD, okay? BTD means break this down. Let me know if I can break this down, guys. Because if you allow me to break this down, I'm going to do some maths with you. Like those of you who know me, you know, I used to teach A-level maths. I used to teach secondary maths before I went full-time into my property business. Guys, it was full-time into my family. But the point is, listen, BTD. If I can break this down for you, if you're happy for me to be your maths teacher for the next 3 minutes and break this down, let me see 5 BTDs in the chat. Okay, I need 5 people telling me BTD in the chat. KTR, always quick to the chase. Thank you, KTR, for your BTD. Guys, if I get 4 more BTDs, I'm going to break this down. I'm going to be your maths teacher for 4 minutes and break something really simple down for you. But when I break this thing down, you are going to understand that the barrier of it costs too much to invest in property is not your issue. Okay, I got Victoria who gives me the BTD in the chat. Thank you, Victoria, for your BTD. Guys, I need 3 more. Where we at? I said 5. So I got 2. I need 3 more BTDs in the chat, guys. Let me get my 3 more BTDs, guys, and we will jump into this. I will break this down for you. Guys, I want you to win. Okay, and it's not everyone you come across who wants you to win. I want you to win. That's why we got it on the wall, guys. You hanging around us, you got to win, guys. We want you to win. So let me see those BTDs in the chat. I need 3 more BTDs. I need 3 more BTDs. BTD stands for break this down. If you give me 3 more BTDs, Samuel will start to break this down, guys. Let me know if I can break this down. I need to move down to. There we go. Let me know if I can break this down. If I can break this down, guys, I'm telling you, I'm going to open this up for you. I got Mrs. Ikhinmwin admin in the chat. She says, BTD. Thank you. I got 3 break this downs, guys. I need 1 more. Where am I? I need 2 more break this downs. And then I will start to break this down for you guys in a way where in those 4 minutes, you will open up your eyes and start to realize how this world is not stopping you from investing in property. How you can invest in property with an amount of money you never thought you could have. Okay? BTD, I need 2 more BTDs. BTD stands for break this down. If you want Samuel Ikhinmwin to break it down to you. Reason number 2, people tell themselves that property investing costs too much money. It costs too much to invest in property, Samuel. I've wanted to invest in property since I was 16. You see, the problem with property is it's so expensive, especially if you're buying in London. Let me tell you something. Give me the BTD and I'll do some maths for you that will help you understand that you are believing a myth if you're telling yourself that property investing is too expensive. If you're telling yourself that to get into property costs too much, you are not even aware of what you can do to start investing in property, guys, right now, today. I got Pamela in the chat. Pamela says BTD. Pamela, welcome to the stream. Pamela, let us know, are you new to the channel? If you are, write the word new in the chat. Or have you been here before? If you've been here before, just give us the BHB for being here before. Now, Pamela makes up number 4, and now I'm rhyming. I need 1 more BTD for me to break this down. Thank you, Pamela. She says she's new. Welcome to the live stream. This is the Impact Property channel where you get creative property investing on demand. Don't be a stranger. Hit that subscribe button and be a part of the family. We want you to win. Now, guys, I need 1 more BTD and I'm going to let it rip. Okay, I'm going to break this down for you if I get 1 more BTD. So we've already covered the first reason why many people do not invest in property is because of fear. Fear is a great acronym for false evidence appearing real. Do not believe the false evidence that appears real. Let me tell you something. If you understand what I mean when I say false evidence appearing real, you'll understand what I shared Jim Rohn speaks about when he says that sincerity is not a test of truth. Someone can be sincerely wrong, okay? So you need to understand that. It's not everyone who's come to you and seemed really sincere that's actually telling you the truth. And when you understand that, you start to understand how people follow a bunch of false evidence which appears real. Now, how does it appear real? Sometimes it appears real because of how sincerely it was shared with you. Okay, I want you to understand these concepts I'm breaking down to you. Don't be the person who's on this live stream hearing what I'm saying but not assimilating the power in it. Okay, because we send children to school. We send our children to school many times to pick up a lot of this sincerely wrong information. Okay, like for example, you should spend your first 6 years in primary school, your second 5 years in secondary school, potentially 2 years in a college or sixth form, then go on to spend 3 years in a university where none of those educational institutions are teaching you about money management, but you are guaranteed 100%, regardless of what you study in any of those schools I've just explained, gonna have to deal with your finances when you enter this world. Think about that, guys. You see, that is a clear example to me of the whole process I'm talking to you about sincerity, which is actually wrong. Because that's sincerely wrong. That's sincerely wrong. Why should your child spend 6 years from the age of 5 to the age of 11, and then an additional subsequent 5 years from the age of 11 all the way to the age of 16, and then an additional 2 years from the age of 16 to the age of 19 or 18, and then go into university and spend an additional subsequent 3 years studying a degree? Because this is what we tell our children to do, guys. I want you to understand that. Send your child to go get a degree for 3 years. And at the end of that whole rigmarole of education, 6 plus 5 is 11. Add another 2 is 13. Then we're going to add another 3 for the degree. We're at 16 years of educational advancement. And your child has not even been taught about what a budget is. Your child has not even been taught about the importance of having a financial system. Your child has not even been taught that, listen, when you get paid your salary, if you spend all of it before the next month, you will have no other money. So you should start thinking about multiple streams of income. You should start thinking about house hacking. You should start thinking about using property to change your life. You should start thinking about what you can do right now, Mr. 5-year-old, so that in 16 years of education, Mr. 21, 22, 23-year-old, you're in a position to win. Somebody's getting value right now. If you're getting value, write the word value in the chat. Let me see the letter V in the chat. Guys, I need one more person to give me BTD in the chat, which means break this down. I need one more person to give me a BTD for me to break this down for you, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get that BTD, guys. Reason number 2, which I alluded to a moment ago, why so many people do not invest in property. Simple reason. Reason number 2 is such a simple reason, because you guys tell me all the time, you need too much money to invest in property. Property is too expensive in London. To invest in property, it takes money. You got to have money. Listen, let me tell you something. Another myth, guys. It's another myth. It's another myth, okay? It's just another, okay? Now, are you going to be better off with more money to invest in property? Not even necessarily. Why? Because some people have a lot of money and have no knowledge. They have a lot of money and have no idea. Okay? It's great to have money, but it's not great to have money and no idea, because money with no idea equals a problem. Just the same way, a whole bunch of ideas with no action equals a problem. Okay, I want people to understand what I'm talking about here, because what I'm talking about is what's going to help you understand how you can move forward and you can move further faster in your property investing journey. Don't allow fear to overcome your mentality. Don't allow fear to overcome your property investing endeavors. Secondly, don't allow the belief, the conceptual ideology that property investing is too expensive to stop you from investing in property. I haven't got my fifth, break it down, break this down, BTD. So because of that, we're pushing forward. All right. If you're getting value, let me see the word value in the chat. Let's keep going. The third reason, okay? The third reason, second reason I shared with you a moment ago, it costs too much to invest in property. Guys, it's a myth. It's a myth. Okay, it's a myth. The third reason why so many of you do not invest in property is because you don't know what you're doing. Okay, you don't know what you're doing. Okay, you don't know what you're doing. There are so many people who have no idea about what they're doing in property, and that now becomes the reason why they don't invest. Okay, that now becomes the reason why they don't take the next step. That now becomes the reason why they say, oh, you know what? I will do it. I'll come around to it. I'll do it in the future, in the next 5 years, when I save a bit more. You see, so many people tell themselves reason number 3. They don't know what they're doing. You see, reason number 3 can be overcome very simply. And usually reason number 3 can be overcome with investments less than what we were talking about in reason number 2, less than the price it costs to actually buy these properties, less than the price it actually costs maybe to control these properties. You see, reason number 3, you don't know what you're doing. But let me ask you this. Can you learn? Let me ask you this. Is there someone out there who knows what they're doing? Let me ask you this. Can you seek? You see, many of you know I'm an avid reader of the Bible. In the book of Matthew, in the Bible, it says something very powerful. Matthew chapter 7, it says, seek and you shall find. Let me ask that question again. Can you learn? You see, many people don't realize the power of learning. And I don't mean learning like going to school and being a student and sitting down for your teacher to talk at you. I don't mean that. I mean, can you learn? Can you take action? Guys, let me go in. Let me give you some value. You know, I'm ready for this, guys. I hope you guys came ready. I hope you guys came prepared. I hope you guys want to take value from today's stream. That's what I hope. This morning, okay, I was one of the speakers on a panel with other speakers on a Money Talks program. Okay. I think I was the most unconventional of those panelists, but that's okay. I'm happy to be unconventional. That's what I do. But whilst I was on this panel and I answered some of the questions, read some of the questions, I realized something. I realized there's a whole world of people out there who don't know what I know. Let me even say it to you because I want you to understand this. There's a whole bunch of people out there in the world who don't know what you know. You might know something about cryptocurrency that no one else knows about. And you might use that knowledge on a day-to-day basis to advance yourself financially in the cryptocurrency market. You might know something about stocks and shares that no one else knows about. And you use that continual understanding and knowledge to advance your situation as it pertains to cryptocurrency, as it pertains to stocks and shares every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year. You see, the reason I'm bringing this up, and I want you to understand this, okay? Let me give you some central tenets for you guys to really see where I'm coming with this. You see, if I know how to buy a cryptocurrency, let me just use that as an example, okay? If I know how to buy a cryptocurrency, okay, I know how to go onto an exchange and trade my fiat currency, my pounds, my dollars, my euros, my yen, okay? Let me get examples for you guys. If I know how to turn these, okay, this UK currency, this European currency, this US currency, if I know how to turn these, okay, into cryptocurrency, I know more than someone who doesn't, okay? And this is part of the problem we have in this world. Part of the problem we have in this world is people don't realize that what they don't know, they can learn. So many people don't realize that the things they are not aware of, someone is available and happy and open to teach them. Someone's available to show them. Someone will say to them, look, I'll teach you how to do this. You see, so many people will spend 2 years, 3 years, 24 years, a whole lifetime in many cases, not knowing how to do something and making excuses as though that's fine. It's not fine to not know how to do something you know you want to do. That's not fine. They teach that in school. They teach in school that when you're in year 7, you don't need to learn the content for year 8. Let me tell you something. If you're a bright student, you probably know the content for year 8 and year 9. You know why? Because you will invoke independent learning. I hope somebody got some value there right now. You see, if you're a bright student, you will start working independently towards your own success. You will start working on your growth game. If you're a smart student, you will take your education to the next level. So why is property any different? Why is investment any different? Why are the things we are talking about any different? The answer to it is they are not any different. So don't believe the lie that you're not investing in property because you don't know what you're doing. Why won't you switch? Okay, let me speak to everybody, because there's some people who are watching this who are like, oh, Samuel's not speaking to me. I've invested in property. I got 12 properties. I know what I'm doing. Listen, why haven't you gone into development if that's the thing you've been saying you want to do? For example. Yeah, I can feel you. I feel you now. See, this is the funniest thing. This is why I love to engage with people, because I know when I speak to people, they hear me on the inside. It's not just in their ears. They hear me on the inside. So I can feel you now. I can feel that energy where people are now saying, oh, he's talking to me. He wasn't a moment ago, but now he's talking to me. Listen, I know people who own multiple properties. And sometimes I just ask them, like, okay, why didn't you level up? Because I know you want to level up. Why haven't you leveled up? Why haven't you bought your first block of flats? Let me tell you something. I helped one of my contacts buy a block of flats. The guy came back to me. He said, listen, Samuel, I've been invested in property for years, for decades. He said, Samuel, listen, I've got a double digit. This is how he said it to me. I've got a double digit multi-million pound portfolio of property. But you know what? That one conversation I had with you is what allowed me to now go and buy my first block of flats. Guys, let me tell you something. You see, don't believe the lie about you don't know what you're doing. Because even if you don't know what you're doing, that can change tomorrow. That can change the day after tomorrow. That can change right now. That can change in an hour. That can change in a minute. That can change in a moment. Why do you think, guys? Look, let me be open with you guys. Why do you think I create these things? Why do you think I make these resources? Why do you think I read books? Why do you think I want to learn more? Why do you think I'm interested in what I'm interested in? Why do you think I keep going? I don't stop. Let's keep going. Why do you think I make more resources? Why do you think I study to be astute? Why do you think I listen to things? Because I want to change my life and the life of those who follow me, who listen to me, who engage with me. Why do you think some of the things I listen to, I read as well? This is an audio book and this is the hardback book of the same thing. Why do you think I live like that? You see, guys, I could keep going. Let me stop here. Listen. You know why I do this, guys? I do all of this because I understand that if there is something I do not know, I can learn it. Guys, I do all of this because I understand that if there is something I have not done, I can do it. Guys, I do this all to help you understand. As people that watch me, as people that connect with me, as people that care about me, I want to show you how much I care about you. This ain't you take care of me and I'll take care of you. Let me tell you what this is. This is Samuel takes care of himself so he can take care of you, so he can give you value. And that's what happens on this show. That's what we're doing on this show. We're trying to give you value. 59 episodes and counting of value to help you move further faster in your property investing journey, all for free. So don't tell me, and more importantly, forget what you tell me. Don't tell yourself that the reason you're not investing in property is because you do not know what you're doing. Okay? Because a better thing to tell yourself is the reason you do not invest in property is because you haven't gone and found a person who's going to help you know what you're doing. Or you haven't gone and bought the book to learn what you're supposed to be doing. Or you haven't gone and got the audio program that breaks down, that extrapolates, that gives you the insights into what you're supposed to be doing. Or you haven't decided to go and get the video resource that teaches you and shows you what you need to do in order for you to generate wealth using property as a vehicle, for example. Guys, don't tell me you don't know what you're doing. But this is the world we live in, guys. This is the world we live in. We live in a world where many people will tell you the reason they don't invest in property is because they don't know what they're doing. We live in a world where many people will tell you the reason they don't invest in property is because it's too expensive. It costs too much money, man. It just costs way too much money. We live in a world where many people will tell you the reason they don't invest in property is because they're afraid. And the funniest thing is most people won't even tell you they're afraid, but they'll tell you in their own proverbial way. You know what I mean? They'll tell you they're afraid because you will tell they're afraid. You can tell they're afraid by how they're operating, how they're moving, how they're speaking, how they're living, how they're investing, and how they're not investing. Guys, don't tell me, okay, that you're not investing in property because of these reasons. Because let me tell you something, these reasons are not good enough. Okay, they're not good enough. They're not good enough. Adam Muller was saying it a moment ago. Everybody needs to hear this. Let me tell you something. I'm going to say it again, guys. These reasons are not good enough. These reasons aren't good enough to stop you from investing in property. If you want to have generational wealth, if you want to help your children's children, if you want to leave something for someone else, guys, these reasons are not enough. They're not good enough. So why would you believe them? Why would you allow them to infiltrate your mind, your mentality, your thought process, subconsciously or consciously? Why would you believe them, guys? Who sold you on that plan? Who got you invested in the ideology that property's too expensive? Who made you believe that stuff? Because guys, I've told you before, I'll tell you again, they're myths. They don't exist. They're not the truth. They're not real. They're not what you need to hear. They're not going to help you. Let's keep tracking, guys. Let's keep tracking. Are you getting value? Let me see in the chat. If you guys are getting value, let me see in the chat if you are getting value. Guys, I know I'm going 100 miles an hour. I know it's only the people that have either been on my coaching programs All the people who probably spent the 21 days with us at the beginning of this year, on the 21 days of your property investing success, who understand when Samuel goes at this pace. But guys, I want to give you that value, okay? Because the amount of people that reached out to me to tell me how much value they got on episode 57, when I broke down the 5 reasons why I choose property as my primary vehicle to generate and also retain wealth over other vehicles, it shows me that you guys need this. You guys need this. Yes, I can keep this for my coaching clients, but it makes no sense. You guys need this. My coaching clients are going to win. They get me. They get me to break things down insightfully from where they're at. But guys, you guys who are tuning in on YouTube, my free 99 bunch, you guys need this. That's why we're sharing this. So guys, don't believe the myth. Don't believe the myth that it's too expensive to invest in property. Don't believe the myth that you don't know what you're doing. You can learn what you're doing. Let's go into number 4. Are you ready for number 4? If you're ready for number 4, let me see the number 4 in the chat, guys. If you're ready for number 4, let me see the number 4 in the chat. Let me know if you're ready for number 4, guys. The 4th reason why people do not invest in property. Let me see number 4 in the chat. Guys, we're supposed to be going in today. KTR, quick in the chat to write V for value. I know why she's doing that. She was with us on the 21 days of your property investing success. She's been coached by me for 6 months. She's been on our bootcamp, property finance bootcamp earlier on this year. Guys, I understand that KTR understands that this is the value. Let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going. I got more for you guys. If you can handle them more, Victoria gives me the 4. If you guys can handle them more, let's keep going. Number 4, 4th reason, okay? 4th reason why you do not invest in property. What if I make a mistake? Okay, write that down somewhere. You see, the 4th reason why so many people do not invest in property is because they tell themselves, but what if I make a mistake? What if I mess up? What if I don't do it right? What if I lose money? Let me tell you something. You see, if you make a mistake, you just learned something. You know, how did you learn in school, guys? Let me ask that question. You see, when you teach a subject like maths, you very quickly start to understand that mistakes are one of the best ways people learn. Okay? Let me share something with you. Again, I'm getting a bit technical, but I'll share it with you. You guys didn't give me enough BT Ds earlier on. So let me just share this with you. One of the things I used to do when I used to teach A-level maths, secondary maths, and also when I used to teach teachers how to teach, I used to create examples of math equations that were wrong. So I'd do something. Let's take it to primary level just to make sure that this is really clear, really succinct, and you guys get what I'm talking about. Imagine if I showed you something. Imagine if I showed you a mini whiteboard, a plaque, which said 3 plus 3 equals 1. Just imagine that. Imagine Samuel puts up a sheet right now. It says 3 plus 3 equals 1. Imagine that. You see, by you looking at the mistake, the error, you're going to be able to say, hey, Samuel, there's a mistake on there. And Samuel's going to be able to say, where's the mistake, Laurie? Where's the mistake, Victoria? Where's the mistake? KTR, where's the mistake? Mrs. Ikhinmwin, where's the mistake? Ademola, where's the mistake? You see, you're going to put me in a position where I can openly have a dialogue with you about the mistake. And you see, the great thing about when we start having this conversation about the mistake, okay? The great thing about when we start having the conversation about the mistake is it starts to embed your beliefs about the truth. It starts to embed your beliefs about the right answer. It starts to embed your beliefs about what should actually be written and not what is written. You see, that's the power of starting with a mistake. Let me tell you something. You see, making a mistake is not the worst thing that could happen to you. As I shared earlier, I'll share it again. A worse thing, something worse than making a mistake in property investing that could happen to you is you doing nothing. You see, inactivity is more dangerous, is more detrimental, is more robbery to you than the wrong activity. You see, when you make a mistake, if you're the right kind of person who's got pen and paper in hand, when you make a mistake, you should take notes and know what not to do next time. You see, and this is why I said to you guys, most of these reasons I'm breaking down, they're actually undergirded by fear. They're actually undergirded by false evidence appearing real. Most people believe they shouldn't make mistakes. I've got a book downstairs written by John C. Maxwell. The book is called Failing Forward. One of the premises in that book, the core key concepts in that book, is that mistakes are the key way for us to actually succeed. Because when you fail, when you make a mistake, you're able to rectify your mistake, to create the new path, the new route with the knowledge you didn't have before, which caused the mistake. Let me share something with you. I had a property investor call me earlier today, this afternoon. Guy calls me up. Hey Samuel, hope you're doing well. Going through a bit of a predicament with my property business. Wanted to have a quick chat with you. Let me know what your thoughts are. X, Y, Z, da 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 da. In simple terms, the guy goes on to tell me that he decided to choose something that he knew he shouldn't choose. As a result, it came back to bite him. Okay, just simple tenets to the story. He decided to do something he knew he shouldn't have done. It came back to bite him. Now it comes back to bite him. He tells me, Samuel, what do you think I should do now? Now we had this conversation. I shared what he should do. But the thing that was interesting about his scenario, the thing that was interesting about his situation, is he knew the right thing to do in the first place. This is the problem for most people. You see, for most people, making the mistake's not the actual issue. The issue is they don't want people to know when they continue to make the same mistake that they didn't learn from their mistake. It's pride. It's not really the mistake that's the problem. It's the pride that most people are dealing with that's actually the real problem. Guys, thank you for your comments. I'm seeing VVV in the chat. Thank you for everyone who's letting me know they're getting value from this stream. You see, for most people, the real problem for them is not actually the fact that they may make a mistake. It's the fact that if they make a mistake and then they go on to make that mistake again, and then they go on to make that mistake again, and they go on to make that mistake again, it's going to be obvious to everyone that they don't learn from their mistake. You see, what you need to do is you need to understand the power of the mistakes you make. You see, it's better to do a piece of work wrong than to not do the piece of work at all. Because when you do the piece of work wrong, if you got an instructor, if you got a teacher, if you got a coach, if you got a mentor, that person's going to come in, scrutinize your work and say to you, you know what, Laurie, you can improve it by just doing this. You know what, Victoria, I like what you did, but all you need to do is add on this. You know what, KTR, that's some great work. Next time, do it like this. You see, but if you don't even do the work in the first place, you will just be getting spoken to. Listen, this is the reason why you should invest in property. These are the 5 reasons why you should invest in property. Yes, go invest in property, but you will never understand the reality of investing in property for you if you don't even do it. Now, guys, I'm not saying this to say that you should go out there achieving with the plan to make a bunch of mistakes in property. No, I'm saying all this to help you understand that whether you make a mistake or not, do not allow it to prohibit you, to stop you, to delay you, to paralyze you, to reduce you from your advantage in taking action. I've said it before. First reason why most people do not invest in property is because they believe in fear, false evidence which appears real. Second reason why so many people do not invest in property, because they tell you it costs too much to invest in property. It just costs too much. Third reason why many people do not invest in property is because they don't know what they are doing. There is a barrier of ignorance. We call it the learning curve. They're right at the start of the learning curve. Fourth reason why so many people do not invest in property is because they're afraid. Again, it's fear. They don't want to make a mistake. They don't want to make a mistake. What if I make a mistake? Let me ask you this. What if you make a mistake? How bad is the mistake going to be? Is the mistake going to wipe you out? Is it going to wipe out the finances of your children and your children's children? Is the mistake going to do that? Let me put something to you guys. I don't want to be this philosophical on this stream, because this isn't one of those deeper streams. This is just a content filled stream. But let me share this with you guys. Do you know most people every single day working for certain various salaries are actually producing the outcome that they are afraid of producing if they were to go and do something like invest in property? Okay. Now that was a bit long for some people. So some of you might not have got me. Some of you might have lost me on that. But guys, I hope those of you who got me understand how deep what I just shared was. Okay. What I just shared was extremely deep. And for those of you who got it, cheers. Okay. If you guys want me to explain that again, just write the words explain again in the chat. And I'll go through that again if you want me to go through that again. I remember a couple of years ago, I did a video in the Docklands. I was walking across the docks in East London, not too far from Canary Wharf. And the video title, I did this video on Facebook Live, and I titled the video The False Economy. And what I was breaking down in that video is that most human beings, I was told once that most human beings, this is exactly how I was told it, most human beings would prefer to have a £30,000 a year profit than a £30,000 a year salary. Okay, I'm going to say that again. I was told a number of years ago that most human beings would prefer to have a £30,000 a year profit over having a £30,000 a year salary. And I remember telling the person who told me that, I remember saying when the person told that to me, that's not true. That's not true. And I went on to say, if all things were equal, if everybody understood the premise of a profit and the premise of a salary, it wouldn't be most people, it would be all people. That's what I said. It would be all people. What I just shared with you guys marries directly with the concept I shared a moment ago. There are many human beings who spend their whole life working in jobs for salaries which are not going to produce any wealth, riches for their children or for their children's children. Listen, guys, look, I can tell you what I'm talking about with my life story. When I was 11 years old, okay, when I was 11 years old, not even a teen yet, when I was 11 years old, my mother was made redundant from a central bank in London who she had worked for 15 years. I want you to understand the power of this. So I'm 11 years old and my mum's made redundant after working for 15 years. You know how long 15 years is in terms of service to an organization, to a company? So my mum's made redundant this day. She didn't see it coming. You see, what kind of effect does that now have on someone's ability to leave a legacy for their children and their children's children when you are being told, oh, today's your last day here, or next week's your last day here, or next month you won't be needed anymore? You know, there might be some people who are on the stream who have been made redundant before, who understand what I'm talking about. Listen, most people, when they're made redundant, they don't see it coming. That's the funniest thing. They don't see it coming. They don't see it coming. Let me tell you something. If you plan to invest in property, you'll see the returns coming. You'll know that it's going to come. Because you'll be saying to yourself, well, if I'm able to buy this property at this price and do this with it, then I'll be able to hopefully rent it out to this many tenants and get this for it. And if I get this for it, take away my expenses, I'll end up with this. Cha-ching! I'll end up with this coming in. And if I end up with this coming in, then that will equate to this being my revenue annually from this property. Times that by 10, times that by 20, times that by 30, times that by however many assets you want or will go and get. And you'll see that coming. Okay? Now, I'm not saying there aren't any rainy days. I'm not saying that. But we prepare for the rainy days because we're looking ahead. Whereas what many people do is they fixate their minds on the things that we've been taught to do from school, such as get a job. You know, Rich Dad Poor Dad is a great book. For anyone who hasn't read that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, go and get that book. $7.99, $5.99, buy the mass market edition. Okay, if money's an issue, go buy the cheapest version. Go buy the Kindle version. Go buy the ebook, free on Audible with a 30-day free trial. Guys, it doesn't matter. Just go and listen to a book like Rich Dad Poor Dad to get you started. Okay, because that will help you understand that there are so many people who are continually, perpetually lying to themselves. What if I make a mistake? Big issue for many people. What if I make a mistake? Let's go into the fifth reason, okay? If you're getting value, let me see the word value in the chat. I know the chat is popping off, guys, and I know you guys are getting insight. For those of you who are ready for number 5, let me see the number 5 in the chat. If you're ready for number 5, let me see the number 5 in the chat so I can push forward. If you're getting value, guys, hit that like button, press subscribe, and hit the bell so you can be notified every single time we drop another video, every single time we go live. Whoo! Whoo! I think I'm giving some value today. Let me see number 5 in the chat, guys. Let me see value if you're getting value. So number 1 reason why many people don't invest in property, false evidence appearing real because they're afraid, because of fear. Number 2, second reason why many people do not invest in property is too expensive. It costs too much to invest in property. Number 3, third reason why so many people do not invest in property, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. They haven't got a clue about what they're doing. All myths, my ayad. Let's keep going. Number 4, what if they make a mistake? So many people tell themselves that every single day. They tell themselves that so many times they don't do anything. Analysis, paralysis, as we spoke about earlier. What if they make a mistake? Let's jump into number 5. The fifth reason. Number 5, the fifth reason why so many people do not invest in property, why so many people don't change their life story, why so many people don't change their family tree, why so many people don't realize the power of generating rental income on a regular basis, generating profits, cash flow, and equity. All of the things we talk about in the 30 Ways in 30 Days training. Guys, let me break it down. Number 5. Number 5, if you guys are ready. The fifth reason why so many people do not invest in property, and this one probably is as powerful as number 1, okay? And you guys have not seen this one coming, I'm telling you. You didn't see this coming. If you saw it coming, tell me you saw it coming, but you didn't see this coming. I got my man Gavin in the chat. G Wee says, come on. I hear you. I hear you, Gavin. I'm with you. You know that. I got Victoria in the chat. She says 5. I got KTR in the chat. She says 5. Okay, you guys are ready for this. I can tell you're ready for this. Number 5, you were not expecting it. Number 5, you couldn't have guessed it. Number 5, you never would have thought it. But number 5 is probably as powerful as number 1. The fifth reason why so many people, maybe why you are not taking your next level in property, why you are probably not leveling up in property, probably why you have not bought your first house, probably why you are not even moving forward in your property investing journey, even though people like Samuel Ikhinmwin are here to help you move further, faster in your property journey. I'm going to tell you reason number 5. I'm going to tell you reason number 5. Reason number 5 is because you've been taught not to. Like I said, you weren't expecting that. I know you weren't expecting that. You see, the fifth reason, which I need to share with you guys, why so many people do not invest in property, do not level up in property, do not move to the next stage in property, do not make this thing more than it's ever been for them as it pertains to property, is because you have been taught not to. You see, so many people do not know what they've been taught. You see, you think you've been taught Pythagoras' theorem in school in your maths lessons. You think you were taught where Gibraltar is in your geography lessons. You think you were taught how to say hola in your Spanish lessons. You think you were taught how to say comme si, comme ça in your language lessons. You think you were taught about Islam and Christianity in your religious education lessons. Let me tell you one of the key things you were actually taught in school. One of the key things you were taught in school is not to invest in property. I know you weren't ready for that. If you were not ready for that, just write the words not ready. Okay? Not ready. And let me share this. If you let me know that you were not ready for that, if that's the truth, I'm going to really go into this one. Laurie says, V for value. I appreciate you, Laurie. Thank you for letting me know that you're getting value on this stream. Guys, look, let me tell you something. I said to you at the beginning of this stream, share this one, guys. I said it to you. I said it. I know when I'm going to drop bombs on you guys. I said it. This is episode 59. We're one episode away from 60 episodes back to back, week in, week out. I knew when we prepared today's stream that I was coming for you guys. I knew that when Saturday came, 6 p.m., you guys were going to get some serious value. That's why I started the stream nice and gentle. And I said, listen, if you've got friends, if you got family, you just need to press share. It don't even matter if they've invested in property before. It doesn't matter if they've never invested in property. It does not matter where they are in the world of property. You need to share this video. And the reason I knew you needed to share this video is because I knew that I was going to break down in today's live stream exactly the reasons why you, your friend, your wife, your husband, your spouse, your contacts, your colleagues, any person you know has not invested in property. It's only these 5 reasons, guys. I'm just going to be honest with you. 9 times out of 10, it will boil down, it will break down, it will come down back to these 5 reasons. Fear, false evidence appearing real, shows up in many forms and in many shapes and in many sizes. Number 2, it's too much to invest in property. It costs too much. You don't have the money. Number 3, you don't know what you're doing. People telling you, you don't know what you're doing. Why are you investing in property? You're too young to invest in property. You know what you're too young to invest in property means? It means they're saying you don't know what you're doing. You might have a 16-year-old on this stream. You might have a 13-year-old watching this stream right now. Let me tell you something. If you don't know what you're doing, you can learn. If you don't know what you're doing, you can learn. Don't be that person who embraces the ideologies, the concepts, the philosophies of you don't know what you're doing. I can learn. That's what you should respond to people who tell you, you don't know what you're doing. I can learn. Guys, let me get that in the chat. I can learn. I can learn. All right. 3 simple words. If you're rocking with me, if you understand the value I'm sharing here, if you understand how I can change generations with the 5 core principles I'm sharing with you guys today, please, 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 let me see in the chat, I can learn. Because it's that simple, guys. What I'm breaking down with you guys today is that simple. You can learn. You can learn. The people who are around you, they can learn. Your husband, your wife, they can learn. Your children, they can learn. And listen, let me say this, guys. If you're getting value from this stream and you was not with us on episode 57 2 weeks ago, when I broke down the 5 reasons why I choose property investing above all other vehicles to generate and to retain wealth, guys, you need to go watch episode 57 after this stream. Episode 57 wasn't like this. It was more relaxed. It was a bit less energy, but it was very powerful and insightful. So you should go watch that if you haven't watched that already. So you can learn, guys. And that's what I want you to understand. You can learn. I can learn. We can learn. We can learn. So if it's not false evidence appearing real, if it's not the fact that it costs too much and it's too expensive, if it's not the fact that they don't know what they're doing, for so many people, it becomes this whole ideology of what if I make a mistake? You see, what you need to understand is the 5th reason, as I shared, is probably as powerful as the first reason. The 5th reason, you've actually been taught not to invest in property. You see, what many people say, and I've even said it for years, I say it to people all the time, we're not taught how to invest in property in school. No, you know why we're not taught how to invest in property in school? Because we're actually taught the opposite. We're taught to not invest in property in school. You see, let me give you a slogan. Let me give you a saying so you see exactly what I'm talking about. Have you ever heard someone say the statement, people like us don't do that? You see, let me put it this way. If your school teachers predominantly, when you went to school, were not buying properties and building portfolios, they wouldn't speak to you with the confidence that you can buy property and build portfolios. You see, I was investing in property when I used to work as an educator. And because of that, in my A-level statistics classes, I would say to the students, I say, you guys can build portfolios. Oh my gosh, are Ofsted going to come and find me in my content creation studio and start telling me off? Guys, I was working with A-level math students, working with year 7s and year 8s at the beginning of their secondary school journeys. Children that were 11, 12, 13 years old. And I was telling them, you could invest in property. I was telling them, you can learn. You know, I can tell you why I was telling them that. I was telling them that because I believe that. You see, the problem is many of us have been taught not to. So what you need to understand is, in order for you to actually level up in your property journey, in order for you to actually begin a property journey, in order for you to take wherever you are on your property journey to the next level, let me tell you something. You need to understand that one of the major things you're battling is what you've actually been taught. You've been taught to take another shift. Oh, guys, this stuff is so good, man. I'm getting myself. Laurie, what's NR? Come on, man. Give us the definition. We need the definition, lady. NR. What's NR? Guys, are you with me? Guys, are you? Look, let me tell you something. Guys, if you plug into what I'm sharing with you, you'll be unstoppable. Okay? I'm not one of those guys out here trying to solicit your funds for coaching programs and packages. Okay? You guys, you make your own decision. I can learn. Remember? I can learn. And you can learn from anyone you want to. I want you to understand that as well. That's not what this is about. 59 episodes. You don't use your Saturdays, invest your Saturdays in the life of people you know and strangers, many strangers. More people on this stream are probably strangers to me than the people that I've actually met. But you don't invest your Saturday every single God blessed week for over a year because you want money. You invest this time with people because you want change. You want transformation. And the funniest thing is, people that I've coached, if there's anyone in the stream who I've coached before, you will know that when Samuel works with you, he's working for your transformation. He's working to make you someone when you finish whatever program with him that you are not when you started the program. And guys, these live streams are no different. When we did 21 days of your property investing success in 2021, from the 1st of January to the 21st of January, guys, you know, those of you who were with me, you know the same goal was my goal. It's always my goal. I want to help you transform. You know, if you want to write down a word right now to help you understand how I think when I work with people, whether for free or whether paid, the one word is metamorphosis. That's it. And if you want to really understand what that word means, all you've got to do is think about how a cocoon transforms into a butterfly. And you start to understand, oh, so this is what Samuel's trying to do to me. Samuel's trying to transform me. Guys, I hope you're getting value on this stream. Okay. Now, I'm going to say this. If you are getting value and you haven't hit like, you need to hit the like button. Okay, because psychologically, when you get value and you don't show appreciation, this is why I show appreciation all the time. When you get value and you don't show appreciation, you get yourself psychologically to believe that value just comes with no exchange. Okay, and that's not true. It doesn't happen nowhere in the world. There's nowhere in the world where there is value distributed without an exchange. Okay, so hit that like button if you haven't hit like already. Press subscribe if you are not already subscribed. And hit the bell notification if you got enough value from this that makes you think you want to continue to get this kind of value going forward. We're going to open up the chat. I'm opening up the chat. I want to know very quickly, what are your property challenges? We have been going on this stream for over an hour, nearly 2. Wow, just saw the time. So as a result, I will be wrapping up the stream very shortly. So let me know, guys, in the chat. Okay, very quickly, what are your property challenges? What property challenges are you facing? The phone line is still open. The phone line's been open the whole time. If anyone wants to call in, feel free to call in. We will take maybe just one call because of the time. If someone does call in, if nobody calls in, all good. Any questions in the chat? Send your property questions in the chat. No question too big, no question too small. You know how we do. Now, whilst you guys are doing that, I want to show you guys something. Okay? Am I allowed to show you? If I'm allowed to show you, can you please write in the chat, show me? Okay? If I'm allowed to show you something, just write in the chat 2 words, show me. Okay? Show me. You guys didn't want me to break it down earlier, so you might not want me to show you. So let me ask you. Let me know in the chat if you want me to show you something. Just write, show me. Okay? And I'm going to show you the power of not believing these 5 things that I just shared with you, okay? Because guys, listen, there are people changing their generations. There are people changing their family tree. You know why? Because they don't capitulate to the 5 things I shared with you guys today. So let me know. Oh my gosh, Mrs. Ikhinmwin, always there in another level. Mrs. Ikhinmwin, let me tell you something. Woman, you make my stream 3D. Just telling you that, okay? Those of you who have been rocking with me for a while, you know exactly what I'm talking about. She makes this stream 3D. See, you can have 2-dimensional live streams. But then when you have people like Mrs. Ikhinmwin that come and actually just infuse another level of energy, guys, Mrs. Ikhinmwin makes my stream 3D. All right, she says, show me. You guys get it because she asked. Let me show you. I'm going to show you a WhatsApp message I got today and a slight thread. Okay, of where this WhatsApp message went to. KTR in the chat. Thank you, KTR. Another contributor who makes the stream 3D. KTR says, show me. Let me show you. Okay. I got this picture today. You see, this is the stuff I love. All right, guys. And this is why I show appreciation, because I love it when people show appreciation to me. I just see the power of appreciation. Okay. Now, some of you, well, most of you may not know who this gentleman is, okay? This gentleman, his name's Orlan Jackman, okay? Professional basketball player, okay? An international basketball player. He's played for England. He's represented the country, okay, in basketball. Orlan sends me this picture today. Now, some of you should be able to see it. I believe it's big enough even on mobile, okay? This is his family. This is him, his partner, and their child, the son, okay? And you can see behind, okay? Laurie, you got me already. You can see behind Orlan and his family a sign. It says sold. Orlan and his family just secured that property. All right? Now, let me tell you why this is powerful. This is powerful because Orlan reached out to me some time back and said, listen, Samuel, you know, I've known you for a while, you know, through your brother, because my brother's a professional basketball player, some of you know. And I work with a number of athletes, okay? I don't talk about it a lot, but I work with a number of athletes, mostly athletes that my brother has played with or has connected with in some way, shape, or form. They want to know something about property. They get told, go holler at Samuel. I have these conversations with them. Now, because these people are professional athletes, I'm not in the business of sharing their information out here like that, so I don't do that. But it don't mean I don't work with them. It don't mean I don't help them. Okay? So let's keep going. So Orlan has this conversation with me about his intention. And I share with Orlan some insights. Check this thread out. Okay? Orlan sends me the picture. This is, again, appreciation. Just a picture. And I said to him, the smile on my face for you, bro. He sends me some big red heart. You can see the heart. Listen, guys, I'm sure there's smaller emoji hearts out there. Let's keep going. So I then send Orlan my emoji. I say, I'm so happy you can see me dancing, doing my little thing there. He says, your advice really helped. I said, well done, champ. This is why I do this. Guys, let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something. We spoke about 5 things today which stop people from investing in property. Let me tell you something. You see, Orlan to take the step that him and his family have now taken, those 5 things would have been around They would have been around. They would have been speaking to him. They would have been speaking to his partner. They would have been speaking to their family. They would have been speaking to him. You can't do this. It's too expensive. Okay? You see, having money doesn't mean you don't feel certain things are expensive. He's going to hear that in some way, shape, or form. You can't do this. It's too expensive. You see, Orlan could have heard, you don't know what you're doing, bro. You should stop. You don't know what you're doing. Orlan could have heard, what if you make a mistake? What if you make a mistake? You see, going back to what I told you guys to write in the chat, KTR got me, GWE got me. I can learn. Orlan understood I can learn. So you know what he did? He reached out. He reached out. Guys, the only reason I'm sharing this with you, I said, tell me, show me if you want me to show you. The only reason I'm sharing this with you is because Orlan sent this to me just before the stream. You can see the timestamps, guys. 4:48 today. See my message, 4:48. See his message, 4:49. See the next message, 4:49. See the next message, 4:49. See the last message that I'm showing you guys, 4:49. You see, for someone to say to themselves, I don't know what I'm doing, and be humble enough to say, let me reach out to a guy who knows what he's doing. I want to level up. I want to take this thing to another level. I don't just want to live somewhere. I want to build something for the next generation, for my son. I want to build something for my children. I want to build something for in my case, my daughter, my sons, for my children's children. You see, when you have that mentality, let me tell you something. You not knowing what to do isn't enough. You can learn. You see, when you have that mentality, you need to take your life on its own course rather than allowing it to be on the course that your school teacher would have put your life on, because you can learn. You see, Orlan may have faced all 5 of those things I spoke about earlier. The false evidence appearing real, okay? The tabloid newspapers throughout the whole of 2020, throughout the whole of 2021 so far, which are telling you the price of property is increasing rapidly, which is telling you that the price of properties has never been this high, which is telling you that now is not the best time to buy because it's actually a seller's market. Let me tell you something, even in a seller's market, you can find great property deals. I teach this stuff on this channel and have been for years. Way before we started focusing on this channel properly, I have been showing videos from years back, 2015, 2016, sharing with people how to find deals in a seller's market. Why do I do stuff like this? Because I understand that the real battle you have is not how much money you have. It's not properties too expensive. Orlan could have heard that. It's not about property being too expensive. It's not about the tabloid newspapers and their rendition of what's going on. It's not about, I don't know what I'm doing. It's not about that. It's not about that. You can learn. It's not about what if I make a mistake. And the last thing is definitely not about what you've been taught already. Let me share something with you. What you've been taught has got you to where you are right now. You see, some people can't swallow this pill, and that's okay, all right? I'm just that guy, so I'm going to keep being that guy. Am I okay to be that guy? If I am, just write in the chat, be that guy, Samuel, be that guy. You see, some people can't deal with the truths that I share, all right? And that's okay, all right? Because there was a time I couldn't deal with these truths. I'm just being honest with you guys. There was a time where I couldn't tell myself the truth the way I tell myself the truth now. And this is why I'm so adamant at telling you, my community, people that rock with me, people that want to tune into my live streams, people that want to spend time with me, people that want to be coached by me, people that want to spend money with me and my organization, people that want to invest in their life and have me as a coach. This is why I spend my life vehemently right now telling people the way it really is. Okay? Because like I said, there was a time I couldn't deal with this level of truth. And that's okay. But what's not okay is thinking that not dealing with this level of truth is going to get you to where you really want to be. Because one day what's going to happen is you're going to realize that in order for you to get to where you really want to be, you need to transform. You need to transform from who you are right now to who you're supposed to be. And for so many people, they can't do that. For so many people, they can't do that. And for so many people, they don't want to do that. You know why? Because they've been taught not to do that. Just like how so many of us have been taught not to invest in property. Now, you might not believe me. That's okay if you don't believe me, but I'm just telling you it's the truth. We've been taught that property is not for us. We've been taught that property is not for you. We've been taught that property is not for me. That's what we've been taught. So you might get to a space where you got 4 properties, but psychologically, you still got that stuff in the back of your mind. And that's why you haven't gone to 8 properties. And you might get to that place where you got 8 properties, but psychologically, you still got that stuff in your mind. And that's why you haven't gone to 16 properties. And the fact that you've got to 8 properties means that you could go to 800 properties. I'm just telling you guys, because that's the truth. If you understand it, what I'm talking about, if you do the maths, you start realizing it's true. Like, hold on. I don't know anyone who has 12 properties. But for me to be able to get 12 properties in X amount of years, that actually means I could potentially, if I put systems in place, structures in place, get to 120 properties. And that's why you end up knowing or hearing about people who have 300, 400 properties, and you think, oh, he must have inherited it all. Without realizing, no, this is an amalgamation of systems, processes, and the right mindset. So guys, if you're one of those people who've been rocking with us throughout this stream, please, 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 don't be one of those people who spend time with Samuel Ikhinmwin and does not win. I'm here to help you guys. I'm here to unlock life for you guys to a whole nother level. If you will allow me to, I will take you on this journey with me, and I will make sure that I do not drop you off until you succeed as well. Guys, that's a whole bunch of value. If you guys have any property questions, let me know in the chat. If you guys, I know this is sobering. It's cool. I know this is deep for some of you. It's cool. And I know it's life-changing for some of you. It's cool. That's what we do. Okay? Laurie says in the chat, she wishes she had a maths teacher who told her that. Laurie, I think the age difference would have created the problem for me to be your maths teacher. But Laurie, I still teach now. I just don't teach in schools anymore. I now teach my coaching clients and my students through my online programs, etc. So Laurie, don't be a stranger. Keep in touch and let us know if we can help you move further, faster in your property investing journey. Now, guys, I just want to say before I share with you guys our key resource for episode 59, a big thank you to all of you who have let me know when they're winning. Okay, so someone like Orlan, for example, who I just shared on the WhatsApp chat, you know, him reaching out to me, sharing that picture, you know, he's just letting me know that he's winning. And obviously he showed appreciation, said, thank you. Your advice really helped. You see, it just means a big difference. It means a lot. It means a lot to have someone who shows appreciation. Okay. Because yes, I've got coaching clients. Yes, I got students who are telling me when they're getting results as I monitor their results and monitor their progress. But it's even more powerful when I have people who I have one conversation with reach out to me and say, you know what, Samuel, this changed this. Or you know what, Samuel, thank you for that coaching call. Or you know what, Samuel, thank you for that strategy call. I never knew that I'd actually get 10 times the value of the call from actually doing what you said. And guys, this is the reality. This is where we live. This is where we live. It's a real world with real things going on. So I want to say a great big thank you to all of those who have let me know when they're winning. And also to those of you who've subscribed, those of you who've hit like, those of you who've commented, and all of you guys who have shared with us how we can actually improve this show. Okay, I was speaking to a viewer yesterday, and what the guy basically said to me, which was very powerful, he said, look, Samuel, I've been watching your live show from way back. And he was like, look, over those 59 episodes, you guys have rapidly increased the quality of what you're doing. And he said it's not as good as BBC yet in terms of production level, but he said it's right up there and it's amazing. So I just want to show appreciation to, you know, the viewers, any person who's connected with us, any person who's told us how we can improve. I also want to appreciate and say thank you to those people who have jumped on our Amazon wish list. Again, links in the description for those people who don't know what I'm talking about, who have gone to the link impactproperties.co.uk/studio build and who have bought something for our new content creation studio, which we're still building out and developing as we speak. Side by side with that, also those people who have said, you know what, I want to donate some money to the studio build by going to the link impactproperties.co.uk/donation. I appreciate you guys as well. Any single person who's shown any love to this channel in any way, guys, we appreciate you. We've nearly hit 400 subscribers. As I said earlier, our goal is 3,000 subscribers. That's our goal currently. Okay, I had a goal before, but a YouTuber that I know said some very, very powerful words, and I had to take them to heart. The powerful words, there was 3 things. I'm going to share with you just one of them. But what the gentleman said is you need to have bigger goals for your channel. So guys, if you know people who will get value from this content, tell them to subscribe. Okay. If you got a spouse who isn't subscribed, but you know they need to learn about property so they can encourage you on your property journey, tell them to subscribe. Okay. We got a number of videos that are going to be coming out soon. I know Victoria's probably laughing already, but we got a video coming out about the best property apps that you should be using in your property business. That's going to be a 8-9 minute video coming out next Monday or the Monday after. Guys, you need to watch that video. We've got another video coming out on Monday, the bank holiday Monday, which is in 2 days from now. That video is going to be fire. In that video, we're going to be talking to you about estate agents. Are estate agents the friends or foes in your property investing journey? Let me assure you, okay, that video is one you do not want to miss. Again, that video is about a 9-minute video that will probably be premiered on Monday of the bank holiday in the next 2 days. Are estate agents our friends or are they our foes to us as property investors? That's going to be a video you do not want to miss. Now, the one I think Victoria was smiling about is another video we got coming for you guys, probably in about 3 weeks, 3 Mondays from now. That video is going to be dropping on the channel. That video is called Is Your Spouse Keeping You Poor? Is your spouse making you poor? Guys, let me tell you something. If you have a partner, if you have a spouse, if you are in a relationship, you make sure you watch that video. And if you are not in a relationship but have a plan to be in a relationship, you make doubly sure you watch that video, because some of the principles in that video will set you up to finding the right person. No, this is not relationship advice. This is property insights, but nonetheless, we can help you in all these areas if you move forward so you can do the right thing. Guys, with all that value, if you haven't hit subscribe, what do I need to say to you? Laurie throws in the comment, be that guy. Thank you, Laurie. We appreciate you. Now, let's jump into the key resource. Get you guys ready to go. Get you guys all resourced up. Our key resource for today's live stream, episode 59, is right here. This is the 7 best books for your property investing success. Let me tell you something. There are some of you who have not gone and got this resource, and you've heard me speak about this resource. Stop doing that, okay? Remember the mantra for earlier on today, I can learn. Go get the resource. It's free, guys, okay? Link is right here, impactproperties.co.uk/book list. Link is right there. Go get the book list, okay? Go get the book list. Go and find the 7 best books for your property investing success. Let me tell you something. You don't own enough properties to not read those books, okay? I'm just telling you. I'm just being honest. You don't make enough money to not read those books, okay? I'll just say it flat out, okay? Because certain people might be watching this and be like, oh, no, I got a portfolio. Do I really need... Listen, go read / or listen to those books and then come back and testify, okay? Because what happens is I get these people that I come across who have done something in property. They own 3-4 properties, okay? And because they've done something in property, they think they know what they're doing. Listen, go read those 7 books, and when you're finished, come and thank me, okay? And I appreciate you in advance, okay? Because I know they're going to help you, all right? I wouldn't recommend things if I know it's not going to help somebody. So, guys, that's what we do. Go get those 7 best books for your property investing success. It's going to turn you every which way but loose. Now, with that being said, if you have not gone and watched this video, guys, you are missing out. This is a very, very insightful video. How to invest in property for the year 2021 and beyond. This video will hook you up with the central tenets and precepts for you to put yourself in the best position to win in your property investing journey. With all of that being said, guys, this is episode 59 on the Impact Investing Show. I'm Samuel Ikhinmwin, the host of this show, and I've loved every part of tonight's episode. And what I want you to do, whilst that music plays, I'm going to be sitting here, doing my little thing whilst that music plays. But what I want you to do whilst that music plays is let us know in the comments what was the key thing you took away from today's show. And with all of that being said, I'll say happy investing.